Howdy. A read through. I haven't read it yet, and I just thought this sounds very interesting. CNBC News. Rising risks. Microsoft, Meta, and others face rising drought risk to their data centers. Drought conditions are worsening in the US, and that is having an outsized impact on the real estate that houses the internet. Data centers generate massive amounts of heat through their servers because of the enormous amount of power they use. Water is the cheapest and most common method used to cool the centers. In just one day, the average data center could use 300,000 gallons of water to cool itself, the same consumption as 100,000 homes. According to researchers at Virginia Tech, who also estimated that 1 in 5 data centers draws water from stressed watersheds, mostly in the West. There is, without a doubt, risk if you are dependent on water, said Kyle Myers, Vice President of Environmental Health, Safety and Sustainability at CyrusOne, which owns and operates over 40 data centers in North America, Europe, and South America. These data centers are set up to operate 20 years. So, what is it going to look like in 2040 here, right? Yeah. Maybe. Until then, there has happened already a solar flare whatsoever. But anyway, CyrusOne is formerly a REIT, but was purchased this year by investment firms and Global Infrastructure Partners. When the company moved into the drought-stricken Phoenix area, it used a different, albeit more expensive method of cooling. That was sort of our aha moment. Where we had to make a decision. We changed our design to go to zero consumption water so that we didn't have that sort of risk, said Myers. Realizing the water risk in New Mexico, Meta, formerly known as Facebook, ran a pilot program in Los Lunas data center to reduce relative humidity from 20 to 13%, lowering water consumption. It has since implemented this in all of its centers. But Meta's overall water consumption is still rising steadily, with 1/5 of the water last year coming from areas deemed to have water stress. According to its website, it does actively restore water and set a goal last year to restore more water than it consumes by 2030, starting in the West. Microsoft has also set a goal to be water positive by 2030. The good news is we've been investing for years in ongoing innovation in this space so that fundamentally we can recycle almost all of the water we use in our data centers, said Brad Smith, president of Microsoft. In places where it rains, like the Pacific Northwest, where we're headquartered in Seattle, we collect rain from the roof. In places where it doesn't rain, like Arizona, we develop condensation techniques. While companies with their own data centers can do that, so-called co-location data centers that lease to multiple clients are increasingly being bought by private equity firms in search of high-growth real estate. There are currently about 1,800 co-location data centers in the US, and that number is growing, as data centers are some of the hottest real estate around, offering big returns to investors. But the risk from drought is only getting worse. Just over the half, 50% and 50.46% of the nation is in drought condition, and over 60% of the lower 48 states, according to the latest reading from the US Drought Monitor. That is a 9% increase from just 1 month ago. Much of the West and Midwest in severe drought. Severe? We need to innovate our way out of climate crisis. The better we innovate, the cheaper it becomes, and the faster we'll move to reaching these climate goals, added Smith. So, there is no picture to watch at. Here is a picture. In just one day, 300,000 gallons to cool itself. And it doesn't say how much water it needs in order to function, to get the electricity and all this stuff, you know. So basically, data centers are, in a way, quite much like nuclear power plants. Except they don't produce energy, they just consume it, but they need water to cool, like a nuclear facility. I think it's very interesting. So if the water dries up, they cannot cool it, they have to shut down. So where is your data going? It's just gone. Sorry, no internet anymore because we don't have water. Even the internet is dependent on water through many ways. But anyway, I think I'll leave it here. Thanks.